Hello everybody, it's Aceiopengui again from BlockByBlockPvp, and we're bringing you another Hunger Games gameplay. Again, I'll say it again, but from this point forward, I'll assume you know what the Minecraft Hunger Games is. It's on a server chain. I've said this in the past. I'll link you to the server chain in the bottom, or in the description. And from this point forth, I'll assume you know what I'm talking about when I say things like kits and soup fighting. Okay, so I7 and I are playing the Cannibal kit and the Viper kit respectively. They're both very good kits. The Cannibal kit is, you start with an ocelot egg and a raw fish to tame that ocelot. I'm not really sure how that's relevant to Cannibal, but you also, whenever you hit somebody, there's a 1 in 3 chance that they'll get the starvation effect, which is the same effect they get when they eat rotten flesh. And the cannibal that hits them gets hunger back with quite a bit of saturation, so that's good. It's a very good kit for PvPing. Also, because if they try to run, then you hit them, then you'll have more food than them, and their food will go down quite quickly since they were starvationed. So the Viper kit I'm playing, there's just a 1 in 3 chance to give them the poison effect for a few seconds. Oh yeah, sorry, and the cannibal hunger effect is for 30 seconds, and it's hunger too. Yes, we do kill this guy right here. You'll see he was poisoned because that is the Viper kit. It gives you poison, and I got vipered here by him, so there's an example. It gives you poison for 5 seconds, which is useful because it's very hard to sprint whenever you keep taking poison damage. And yeah, those are the kits. So I was just explaining all the kits, and I missed a lot of excitement, but we just did get 2 kills. And we found a jungle temple. And both of those kills were good fights. Just the first guy we snuck up behind, so I guess I can't really say that's a good fight. But the second guy fought very, very well. If it was just one of us, he probably would have won. That guy, not the best fight. He just sort of stood there and took it. So we're trying to find the way into these jungle temples. It's really hard. If you've ever tried, you know what I'm talking about. Chip break. And we do. I don't think we kill this guy right here. No, but he does fall off, and we did do quite a bit of damage to him. And I finally find the way into the jungle temple. If this video is too dark for you, I do apologize. I might just be Minecraft, but it was brighter whenever we played, so it could possibly be the recording software for apps we were using, but I highly doubt that. So yeah, it was probably just Minecraft. Sorry about that, guys, if it was too dark for you. Okay, so we are fighting this guy now. He's got some stuff going on. We kill him. He's got soup. I was very low on soup. And it's not actually soup, it's chocolate milk. And chocolate milk is soup, except instead of mushrooms, you make it out of cocoa beans. This isn't in vanilla Minecraft. It's a plugin MCPVP uses. That's one of the 3 ways of getting soup. There's mushrooms, there's cocoa beans, and it's 1 cocoa bean per 1 soup. Mushrooms is 1 of each color for a soup, and there's also this thing called cacti juice, and it's 2 cacti for 1 soup. So that's a way to get it in a desert. So we fight this guy right here in this hole, and we get our first little bits of iron here, so that's good. I7 kills him pretty easily there. It was really not much of a fight. I7 sneaked up on him pretty well, and he didn't have soup. So there's quite a bit of downtime here, so I'll just take a minute to talk about the server chain we're on. It's MCPVP. It's a really great server chain. They have a whole bunch of awesome servers. They basically dominate the Minecraft PvP server chain market type thing. And so they have a whole bunch of servers, like the Hunger Games I would argue is their most popular. And they also have a thing called MC Smash, which is, if you've ever played Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii, it's a very fun game. It's pretty much that, except in Minecraft. So it's good fun. You should try that out. There's Capture the Flag. There's tons of fun stuff. Anyway, so we approach this guy with full iron armor, and this is like the best moment in the game for us. Well, no, it actually isn't. I'll explain in a minute what that is. But he has full iron armor and an iron sword, and we still managed to kill him without too much effort. It was a pretty good fight, though. He was taken by surprise, so, you know. I7 did hit me there. As you can see, I'm hungered. That's the effect of the cannibal kit. And so there's also a little bit more downtime here. So I just want to ask you guys, what do you want us to do in future videos? Any specific thing, like if you like towering, if you like PvPing, if you like just berserking, where we just get a sword and then kill everyone at spawn as fast as we possibly can? Or do you guys like, I don't know, mining? We go down and mine, or just camping at $4.99, $4.99. We would do that if we got enough people to ask us to. But yeah, so well, just whatever you guys want, we'll do, I suppose. Well, to an extent. Anyway, so we're getting ready to fight what looks like a team of 4 down there, and this is really scary. We assume since there's 4 of them, they would have had to distribute the iron evenly amongst themselves and their soups, so maybe each of them at best would have a chest plate and like 5 soups. So we figure, hey, or stews or whatever, we figure, hey, not a big deal, and if we leave them for much longer, there may be trouble at the feast, so the sooner you wipe out big teams like this, the better. But later we do realize, right about here, they come out of their little hidey holes, and they actually splash themselves with a strength 2 potion, and it looks from here like they have full iron. So we are running, since we only see 2, but we do know there are 4 of them. We go like a crazy guys, just like, because they have strength 2, and there's 2 of them, and they have full iron armor. And we still don't know about their soup factor, but still, strength 2 is very good. So we hide up here for a while, and we only saw 2 of them, and we don't actually see the other 2 name tags anymore, so we're really scared about that. We later heard that they were digging to us. Here's what it sounded like. They're getting closer, as you can tell by the sound. And we were scared they're just going to ambush us around one direction. But we don't see any of that yet, and we still don't, so we assume that they're either back down or they went up to the surface for whatever reason. So we dig back down here, and we hope that was their only strength 2 potion. Alas, that is not the case, and they splash themselves with strength 2 again. I get hit there, you can see it did quite a bit of damage. And so I just cowardly make a little wooden box as I at 7 is left to run. Chip break. So they try to break a hole in my impenetrable wall, and I hit them back a bit, they fall, and I figured now is a good opportunity to go down and get him. And he just died, I believe, because, as you can see, a cultivator never heard of stairs. I knocked him off, I suppose, or I at 7 did. One of us did. And, so he's down there, and I only have 4 soups left. I at 7 claims he has more soups than that. And he gives me those soups that he has. Now, what I'm wondering is how his team of 4 managed to get a lot of soups as well as full iron armor. Like, for all of them. And then he still has strength 2 as well. I think that just wore off now, yes. So we're getting down to fighting him. He seems to be souping a lot. So again, he had a lot of soups, and I don't know how. And then I just sort of randomly hit into this bundle of people, this orgy of people. And I have no idea if I'm hitting him or I at 7, but it looks like I at 7. Never mind. It looks like I at 7 came out on top, and we won that little fight. And that was our most, like, scary moment of the game, because we were fighting a strength team of what could have been 4, and we are still wondering where did the other 2 go, because we know we only just killed 2, but we'll meet them later. Chip break. So as we're waiting for the feast to spawn, because somebody suggested it, it spawned right on top of us, so we were teleported somewhere else. Good thing we were teleported to the same spot, because I don't think I've actually ever had that happen to me before. So, note to everybody, if the feast spawns and you're right below it, you'll get teleported to, I don't know if it's a random spot or what. It probably isn't, since I had 7 and I came out around the same spot. So we're just sorting our inventories here, picking up that bread from the cultivator we killed, and we are making the cacti juice I brought up earlier. Sorry about that. And those guys in the cave had a really good fight with us. Like, I mean, they had strength too, but we used the advantage of, well, I don't really know what we did. We just managed to win somehow. Sort of magic, I guess you could say. Magic, hacks, with witchcraft, whatever you want to call it. No, we don't hack often. Or do we? I'm joking, we don't. But anyway, so another thing I'd like to ask is, what kits do you want us to try? As I've said before, we aren't pro, so we don't have access to every kit, but we do own a few kits, and we will gladly try, if we get enough suggestions, to play any of the free kits that are out, or any of the kits that we own. Some of those are just Worm, Stomper, Ender Mage, Viper, Kea. I have a few more kits. Fisherman. Yeah, so we have quite a few kits, but still. Anyway, so we're getting in a fight here. Oh yeah, I also, I said this in the last video, so I'll just summarize it. But if you gift either one of us a kit, that person will play with the kit, and we will try our hardest to win with that kit, and we will upload that video and have your name in the description as the person who gifted us that kit. But make sure whenever you gift it to us to send us a message on YouTube to say that you're the one that gifted it to us, so we know who to credit. So yeah, that's just a fun thing for you to keep in mind. So back there, I did draw my sword by accident. And now there's another guy that comes onto the feast platform. He has a diamond sword, iron armor, but no pants or boots, because according to Reno Ranchero, we all know that pants are a myth. If you don't know who that is, you should look him up. I'll put his channel in the description. He's another Minecraft Hunger Games YouTuber. He's really good. He's actually the one who inspired us to do this, like the way we did. So yeah, definitely check him out. So we get a strength potion, and strength potions are really helpful. They increase your damage by, the strength potions increase it by 175%. So yeah, that's quite a bit whenever you're in a fight. It can definitely give you the upper hand. So we managed to kill that guy right there, and then the no pants guy is back on the feast, and I just scare him away, because I'm a scary, scary person. And then we go back and loot the rest of the feast chip break. And oh yeah, also in my last video I asked, do you guys think it's better if we speed up the feast, or if we just go about it normal speed? And I didn't get any answers, so if you want to comment and tell us what you prefer, be sure to do that. I did about half this time sped up and half not, so hopefully please everybody. But yeah, so we're done looking at the feast, so we're ready to blow it up. Tip of the day, I suppose, is when you're blowing up the feast, make sure you run back and block with your sword. I7 and I have had it before that when we blew up the feast, a rogue TNT came and point blank exploded on me, and it one-hit me. I had nearly full diamond armor and full health, and it managed to one-hit me. One point blank TNT explosion. So block with your sword definitely helps, and it will make it so you don't die if a rogue TNT comes right at you. So anyway, we see that guy up in his tower. We have no idea what kid he is at the time, so we're being very precautionate. In case he's a stomper, sneaking, so we don't take much stomper damage if you didn't know that. So I'm stacking up to him with my bow. I7's dropping a whole bunch of water down there, getting ready for, if I fall. Good fight for the guys at the feast, by the way. I keep forgetting to say that, but most of these fights we've had so far are good. Some where we just sort of sneak up on them and they don't do anything, not really, but anyway. So I managed to shoot him with an arrow here. He falls off, and here's where we discovered that he is probably a stomper, since he didn't die from that fall damage. Stomper, kangaroo, turtle, that's about all he could have been there. And so we chase him along here, and he delogs, and we're getting ready to fight him, and then he relogs, and then he delogs immediately after. So I think he just got kicked from the game because he doesn't relog in. So we just go and track the next guy. Again, for that guy, not really that great of a fight. He came at me with a stone sword on his super high pillar when I clearly had a bow. And then he just sort of ran, and he combat logged, so nah. We do not endorse combat logging. So now there's another guy on the feast. We knew we blow it up, so we're not concerned about him getting any of the feast materials. There was a bonus feast a while ago, and I7 thinks I'm crazy for thinking this, but I'm always scared that, like, somebody who's doesn't really have much, will just get to the bonus feast and get full diamond armor and with strength potions and stuff and soup and beat us and food and stuff and beat us. So I'm always scared about that, but I at 7 usually just likes us, not a big deal. So we do strength it hasn't been a big deal so far, but I'm scared that it will someday. So we strength ourselves there and managed to kill that guy. And so up here something pretty interesting happens. Well, I do sort of light everything on fire in a minute, but that's another story for a couple minutes from now. So I'm going up, I see a guy in his tower, and when I get up there, I notice he has a door. I love doors. I respect people who have doors, but he came at me. You saw it all. He came at me. He shot first. Han shot first, everybody. But, anyway, so I was gonna, like, congratulate him for having a door before killing him, but no, he came at me. So I light his little place on fire. And the reason I respect doors is because I think I said this in an older video, maybe not, but I had 7 and I, back when Lumberjack was free, we both picked Lumberjack. We went up into the sky in a huge tower made of wood, and we just made, like, about 100 different doors, and we placed them all across our tower. We made, like, mazes out of doors, and we made sure to fill our inventories with doors and throw them on people who passed by, and we would say hate to door on your parade in the chat, capitals with door and an exclamation mark after parade, and capital H at the beginning of the sentence, obviously. So I'm lighting the forest on fire here, and there's a guy over here. He comes at me, which wasn't the smartest idea, since he had no armor and a stone sword, and I had almost full diamond armor and a diamond sword. So it wasn't the best idea, or an iron sword, and so it wasn't the best idea on his part, but it was still a pretty good fight, considering. He was very brave. He was very brave. So anyway, door fortress. Oh yeah, also, if someone managed to kill us, which they usually / always did, by knocking us off the platform or just killing us with a sword, we would explode into a whole bunch of doors and clog their inventory with it, which was always, we laughed. Anyway, so I almost fell into that big ravine back here, and I'm getting ready to lava fight this team of 2. One has a diamond sword, and one doesn't, and I think it's an enchanted diamond sword, yes, but it turns out it's Aceiopengui. So we were scared of the diamond sword guy, but it turns out this guy was the bigger deal. I put down lava, I get him into the lava, I7's also in the lava. I think he's resouping there, because he's just sort of standing still. And we were both hitting him a whole bunch of times, but he is great at staying alive. In fact, if this really fortunate thing in a few seconds didn't happen, I'm wondering if he may have won, because he's amazing at staying alive. It's an awesome fight. He didn't really hit many of us that many times, as you can see. I only had to soup once in that fight. But we're hitting him here, and he decides I'm gonna escape. So he probably was low in health, but he's trying to escape, and he goes right into, we hit him a few times, and he goes right into that huge ravine, and fell really far. So that was an awesome fight for him. Like, wow, he stayed alive against 2 guys with full diamond armor. He was in lava for a while, and that's amazing. But, so yeah, great fight for him, and, as I say in chat here, and so we were more scared of his diamond friend, until in a few seconds, you'll see here, and we're tracking his friend with a diamond sword, and sadly something happens in a minute that's unfortunate. Our recording software, I was doing a benchmark, with the recording software, where I turn it off and on again. I do them throughout the video, just so the editing software doesn't have to go too crazy whenever I put the video in, because a 40-minute video just like plop directly into it and be like, what the heck is going on, and then just explode. But so I benchmark it, but I turned off the recording but forgot to turn it back on. So as you'll see in a second, but I'll explain it in a minute. So there he is in the tree, and I'm scared he's gonna jump us, because he said he wasn't a very good PvPer, but I don't think I believed him, since he was teamed up with an amazing PvPer. And then I at 7 decides it's a great idea to advertise right now. So he does that a lot, and so we're trying to get high ground so he doesn't jump us. That's always a good idea in the jungle. So he does say he's not good at PvP. He reassures us, guys, I'm not good at PvP. Don't worry, you don't have to wear any armor, have any soup, or even have a sword. Y'all still lose. But yeah, we're not falling for that. but you won't see, sadly, because the recording software glitched out in about 20 seconds. Well, not glitched out, I failed pretty badly. But we're chasing him through the jungle here, and again, as I said in the last video, nobody's that great at parkouring through a jungle, and if you are, I would like to see that, because it's pretty hard with all the vines and the leaves and stuff. So we get him out of the jungle into a plains. This looks familiar from last video. We got a guy out of a jungle and chase him through the plains. And about 5 seconds from now, I did a benchmark and forgot to restart. So here's the stat page. We did win, and it turned out he was right. He was not a very good PvPer. I7 was able to take care of him no problem before I even managed to catch up to them. And so there's the stat page. I got 7 kills as Viper, and I7 got 8 kills as Cannibal. And that was a really great game. Oh yeah, also, the guy that said he wasn't a very good PvPer, that diamond enchanted sword was actually Tirefing, the thing that Barbarian starts with. And he didn't have any kills, so I don't know how he had a diamond level Tirefing. Maybe he mined a lot, because that's another way to level it up. But still, that was a pretty good team at the end. So if you liked the video, or have any questions, concerns, complaints, whatever, just leave them in the comments, and I hope you have a good day, and stay tuned for more videos soon. Thanks for watching.